Hi everyone, I am Professor Nikki Ashiaghi from RMIT University in Melbourne, Australia. Welcome back to another episode of Innovaticalls. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of our helpful content. This channel is created to support a student, researcher, and young professional by providing simple, useful advice to help you succeed whether you are studying, starting your career, or looking to grow in your field. Life is full of changes, and these changes can bring both challenges and opportunities. How we handle them depends a lot on decision we make. Today we are going to talk about an important part of emotional intelligence, the decision-making realm. So what does that mean? The decision-making realm is about using your emotion in a smart way to solve problems and make good choices. It is not just about thinking or feeling. It's about using both together. When you are strong in this area, you can stay calm, think clearly, understand what is happening, and choose the best way forward. You don't rush into things or let emotion take control. Instead, you make choices that are realistic and helpful. Now, let's look at the first important component of the making good decision, reality testing. Reality testing means being able to see things as they truly are without letting your emotion or personal opinion get in the way. Sometimes our feeling or beliefs can make us seeing things differently from how they really are. Reality testing helps us notice when this is happening and remind us to look for fact and real information to check whether our thought and feeling match the truth. People with a strong reality testing skill can stay calm and focused, even in emotional situations. They do not carried away by hopes, fear, or daydreams. Instead, they focus on what's real and what is actually happening. This skill helps you to stay objective, fair and balanced, think clearly, understand situation in a realistic way, make better decisions. In short, reality testing is about looking at the fact, staying focused, and not letting emotion or personal wishes changes how you see a situation. Let's look at a common example. Something many of us may have experienced. Have you ever walked past your supervisor, a classmate, or a colleague? Smile at them and they didn't smile you back. In that moment, what did you think? You might have thought, did I do something wrong? Are they upset with me? Maybe they don't like me anymore. It's easy to let your mind jump to negative thought and imagine the worst. This is a good example of how reality testing works and sometimes doesn't work. In this situation, your emotion may take over and make you believe something that is not necessarily true. You might assume they ignored you on purpose or that you upset them somehow, but in reality, they might have simply been lost in the thought, having a stressful day, or didn't even notice you. Reality testing helps us stop and ask, is what I am thinking really true? It reminds us to check the fact instead of reacting based only on emotion. When we use reality testing, we didn't jump to the conclusion. We pause, think clearly, and consider other possible explanation. This helps us avoid unnecessary stress or misunderstanding and keep us our thinking grounded in what's actually happening. Let's take a reality testing a step further. Imagine everyone is wearing sunglasses, but each pair has a different colored lenses. Because of this, when people look at the same object, they see it in a different color. One person might see it is as blue, another as green, and someone else as yellow. Even though they all see the same object, their view is changed by the color of their glasses. This is like how we all see situation through our own lens, shaped by our feeling, experiences, and opinion. Sometimes what you see might be very different from what someone else sees. The challenge is to remember that the real color of the object is the truth, not the color seen through any one pair of sunglasses. Reality testing helps us to take off those colored lenses. It reminds us to look carefully and try to see the real facts, not just what our emotion or opinion might show us. It also encourages us to consider other people's view so we can understand the whole picture better. When we are good at reality testing, we stay calm and focused, even when emotions run high. We don't get lost in hope, fear, or guesses. Instead, we keep looking for what's really true. People who have a strong reality testing skill can spot problem early and recognize chances to grow. But if someone struggles in this area, they might either ignore the problem or focus on the risk, missing good opportunities. So, improving reality testing means being curious about the different views, like noticing the different sunglasses, and then working to see the true colors underneath. This helps us make better decisions and handle life challenges more clearly. Let's look at another factor that can stop us from seeing the facts clearly when we try to use reality testing: fear. Fear is a strong feeling that makes us worry about the bad things happening. When we are afraid, our mind often imagines the worst possible outcome, even when there is no real proof. This can make it hard to stay calm and think clearly. For example, imagine you have studied well for an exam, but before the rest, you start feeling nervous. You might think, what if I can't answer the question? What if I run out of the time? Even though you are prepared. Fear makes you focus on what could go wrong instead of what is likely to happen. This fear can make you anxious and stop you from doing your best during the exam. But if you use reality testing, you stop and ask yourself, have I studied and prepared? Do I know the material? Have I finished exam well in the past? Is there a real reason to think I won't finish on time? By focusing on these facts, you remind yourself that you are ready. This helps you calm down and face the test with confidence. So fear can block good decision if we do not stop and check ourselves. Reality testing helps us notice when fear is taking over and keeps our mind focused on what is really true. On the other hand, some people make a different mistake. Instead of worrying too much, they ignore real problems and act like everything is fine, even when there are signs that something may be wrong. This is often happens in new situations like relationship, project, investment, or job. For example, someone might only see the good side of the new partner, job, or opportunity and overlook serious problem because they want everything to work out. Whether you are starting a relationship, working on new project, investing your money, or beginning a new job, it's important to see things clearly and honestly. If you do not face the real facts, you might make a mistake that lead to the bigger problem later. Good reality testing help you understand what's really going on. It helps you spot problem early and figure out how to fix them. It helps you recognize good opportunities and make the most of them. Along with knowing your own feeling and thought, self-awareness, reality testing help you understand what is happening around you, like people's mood or group dynamic. Together, this skill help you make a smarter decision and succeed. At the end, it is helpful to reflect on few questions to better understand your thinking habits and improve your decision making skill. Do you often ignore problem or do you usually expect the worst? Why? How did your family deal with problem when you were growing up? If you often expect the worst, ask yourself, what is the most likely, not the worst thing that could happen? If you tend to avoid problem, ask, what could happen if I keep ignoring this? Think about this question can help you respond more clearly and calmly to life challenges. Before we wrap up, I wanted to remind you that Innovatical, it's a community. We are a group of university professors, researchers, and professionals committed to helping a student and young researcher advance in their field by sharing our experiences and skills. We are here to guide and support you as you grow in your career. I would love to hear your thought on today's topic and how you would handle similar situation. Please leave your comment below, and if you have any personal experiences to share, feel free to include them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone who might benefit from this insight. We are all in this together, learning and growing as a community. See you soon.